This interactive video lesson introduces how to organize the second Education Week interactive learning panel based on the digital game. You will learn to introduce the game content, adapt the lesson plan to learners' backgrounds, facilitate discussions and group work, and collect feedback to improve outcomes for young men. After watching this video, complete a short test to apply what you have learned.
The second interactive learning panel is built around the second open educational resource, the interactive digital game, Wellness Expedition. Discover your path to health. The digital game provides an interactive experience where participants watch short videos on key health topics and complete self-assessment questions. It introduces themes such as gender stereotypes, physical health and nutrition, risk-taking and substance use, mental health, and digital well-being, reinforcing learning in an engaging and accessible way. Young men complete the digital game individually as part of the self-learning process before the second interactive learning panel. Before the second learning panel, youth workers should play the digital game themselves and understand its structure, logic, and key learning points. Review the game instructions carefully to be able to explain them clearly if needed. Work scenario for the second interactive learning panel. The learning panel should be structured, but flexible enough to respond to the group's energy and experience. Welcome participants and confirm that everyone has played the digital game. Briefly explain the purpose of the session. Reflecting on the game experience. First reactions to the game experience. Start with short, low-pressure questions to warm up discussion. What was your first reaction after finishing the game? What part of the game stayed with you the most? Did anything surprise you while playing? This phase helps participants shift from playing to reflecting. Small group reflection on game content. Divide participants into small breakout groups. Focus discussion on key points or messages presented in the videos, topics that were most interesting or stood out, patterns, or connections across different themes. Example prompts. Which video or topic caught your attention the most? What new information did you learn from the videos? Were there any ideas that you found surprising or particularly relevant? Avoid personal disclosure. Keep the focus on game experience, not real-life confession. Plenary integration and reflection. Bring groups back to plenary and invite each group to share one insight. The facilitator helps participants reflect on the content from the videos, highlighting connections, patterns, and key messages, while keeping the focus on learning rather than personal experiences. Practical takeaways and transfer to real life. Guide participants to make a light connection between the game and everyday life. Is there one small thing the game made you think differently about? What is one realistic habit or choice the game highlighted for you? Adapt the digital game learning panel to young men's backgrounds. Recognize diversity. Young men have different experiences with videos, technology, and well-being. Prioritize psychological safety. Emphasize that participation is flexible and personal disclosure is not required. Connect to learning objectives carefully. Highlight key messages from the videos and relate them to well-being topics without judging personal habits or lifestyles. The first learning panel concludes by summarizing the discussions and collecting feedback from participants on the game, including its content, clarity of instructions, ease of navigation, and overall relevance to their well-being. Feedback can be collected via Slido, Mentimeter, chat, short forms, or through a simple reflective question. Finish the learning panel by summarizing the key messages, encouraging participants to note one personal takeaway, and introducing the next learning activity of the educational week. Third self-learning session. Now, we invite you to the quiz section, where you can test your knowledge by answering 3 questions. Tick the correct answer. Whether you chose right or wrong, You will be given an explanation for the answer. Here we go. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for your participation. Follow the program in the eStudio to learn more skills to provide digitally transformed non-formal training for young men on health and well-being. Upon successful completion of the training, you will receive the digital badge, Innovative Promoter for Young Men Health and Well-being.